अगर सफाई नहीं होगी ये पानी ऐसे रुकता रहेगा।
बारिश के रास्ता ही नहीं दिख रहा है, फुटपाथ भी नहीं दिख रहा है।
Almost from 20 years we are facing the same problem.
Visuals not of June or July when India usually grapples with monsoon mayhem. This is May. And already cities in India are seeing an unusually early and intense onset of the southwest monsoon. Heavy rainfall, flooding and alerts across several states. On the 26th of May, India's financial capital Mumbai had a large number of roads waterlogged. Incessant rains disrupted daily life. A day before that, on the 25th, Delhi was battered by thunderstorms accompanied by heavy rains, disrupting flight operations, uprooting trees and electricity poles. This was the fourth big weather disturbance in May. New Delhi's Safdarjung has logged 186.4 millimeters of rain, close to what the city normally receives in the monsoon month of July. According to the meteorological department, this is already the wettest May since 1901. After a brief spell on May 25th, Kolkata was hit with a more forceful round on May 26th. In Dum-Dum, waterlogging returned, with several roads submerged and traffic slowing to a standstill. Rains lashed parts of the city, bringing much-needed relief from the scorching heat. The southwest monsoon arrived in Maharashtra on the 25th of May, making it the earliest onset of the annual rainfall season over the state in 35 years. Rains arrived early in Kerala as well. Normally, the southwest monsoon marks its onset over Kerala by the 1st of June and covers the entire country by the 8th of July. It starts retreating from northwest India around the 17th of September and withdraws completely by the middle of October. So, what triggered this early and intense monsoon? Is this part of a growing trend linked to climate change or just an isolated weather event? How will it affect farming patterns, water resources and urban infrastructure? And as extreme weather becomes more frequent, is India's monsoon management system prepared for the future? All this and more on this week's episode of Wide Angle. The southwest monsoon made a historic early arrival in Mumbai. This is the earliest onset ever recorded for the city. The city also recorded its highest rainfall in 107 years on just the first day of the monsoon. Heavy rains and thunderstorms lashed Mumbai on the 26th of May, throwing life into disarray. From flight delays to train slowdowns and traffic snarls, the city felt the full impact of the sudden downpour. According to the Brihan Mumbai Municipal Corporation or BMC, Nariman Point recorded the highest rainfall at 104 millimeters, followed by 86 millimeters at a ward office and 83 millimeters at Kolaba. Several areas were waterlogged as rainfall continued through the night and into the early hours.
We are having a lot of difficulties in traveling. It's impossible to locate the drainage outlets. There is always a risk of falling into one of those. Neither the footpath is visible, nor is the road. How is a person supposed to walk? How can the bus run when all the roads are waterlogged?
The Bombay Municipal Corporation did not work in time. The situation of every road is similar.
The newly constructed Mumbai Metro felt the brunt too. Underground station Acharya Atre Chowk Aqua Line 3 was flooded after water gushed in amid heavy rain. The Aqua Line of Mumbai Metro is still under construction. The preventive barrier meant to stop water broke due to the heavy rain. Visuals from the spot show the station inundated as rainwater gushes down the stairs. Soon after, the Mumbai Metro issued a public notice saying train services on Metro Line 3 were temporarily suspended. The services of this section of the Mumbai Metro became operational just 2 weeks before the incident on the 10th of May. The flooding raised questions on the quality of engineering and equipment used. A few hours of incessant rainfall also caused waterlogging on Mumbai's railway tracks that disrupted local train services across the city. This is King Edward Memorial Hospital, where floodwaters entered the ground floor, including the pediatric intensive care unit. Hospital workers were seen clearing water and shifting equipment as a precaution. The flooding disrupted ongoing treatment routines and posed hygiene risks. As Mumbai sunk under heavy rainfall, netizens flooded social media with videos of submerged roads, swamped markets and waterlogged vehicles. Especially from posh areas of South Mumbai, or Sobo as many residents call it, an abbreviation for South Bombay. Some even posted clips of gaping potholes that had appeared across the city's streets. An ex-user took a jibe at the high rent prices of South Mumbai and wrote, "1 BHK rent is 1 lakh per month here. Welcome to Sobo." Several parts of Maharashtra have been battered by unpredictable rains. In the state's Ahilya district, there was severe waterlogging in a village just 20 kilometers from the Army's Armored Corps Center and school. The Indian Army promptly mobilized a team from the center to carry out rescue and relief operations in the affected area. India's capital, New Delhi, is experiencing its wettest May on record. On the 25th of May, heavy rains lashed several parts of the city. The city's primary weather station in Safdarjung has recorded 186.4 millimeters of rainfall. This is nearly 9 times the monthly average and the highest ever recorded in May. The previous highest rainfall in the capital in May was 165 millimeters in 2008. But this year's rainfall has broken past records for the month. The intense downpour brought with it fierce winds of up to 82 kilometers per hour. The storm led to widespread waterlogging, uprooted trees, and disrupted flight operations at the Delhi airport. Overnight rains also caused heavy waterlogging in Delhi. Traffic snarls continued into the morning. Locals blame the poor drainage system. Delhi is clearly not monsoon ready.
The priority should be cleanliness. If the tunnels are not cleaned, garbage will keep accumulating like this, which will in turn cause waterlogging irrespective of what the government does.
We have the worst drainage system. Nobody repairs it, irrespective of the party in power. All the workers are worthless. No one does their work.
A video circulating on social media shows part of the outside shade of Terminal 1 of Delhi's Indira Gandhi International Airport collapsing amid heavy thunderstorms and rain. A section of Terminal 1's external overhang at Delhi Airport collapsed. No one was reported injured. This is not an isolated incident. Last year too, on June 28, 2024, a tragedy occurred at Terminal 1 of Delhi Airport when a canopy collapsed during heavy rainfall. One person was killed then, many were injured. But that was June end. This is May. As many as 49 flights, including 17 international ones, were diverted at New Delhi's Indira Gandhi International Airport due to heavy rain and thunderstorms. Delhi's urban flooding is a recurring nightmare with even short spells of rain. Remember the massive flooding in New Delhi's old Rajendra Nagar in July 2024? It claimed the lives of 3 UPSC civil services aspirants. It was also a case of flash urban flooding. And in 2023, the capital witnessed one of its worst flood-like situations in several pockets due to heavy rains and swelling of the Yamuna River. 25,000 people were evacuated from inundated areas. Delhi's natural drainage follows the Aravali's west to east slope towards the Yamuna River. But encroachments on floodplains and clogged drains disrupt this flow. 2,064 kilometers of storm water drains in Delhi are outdated, often choked with silt and garbage, which has reduced their capacity to handle heavy rain. Delhi's frequent urban flooding highlights challenges of rapid urbanization, outdated infrastructure, and poor maintenance. With rainfall patterns becoming more unpredictable, even short rain spells can cause major disruptions with drainage systems neglected. Addressing this issue will require long-term planning, regular upkeep of stormwater drains, and a renewed focus on preserving natural water pathways. Climate experts say the erratic western disturbances behind the intermittent spells of rain are being impacted by climate change. The India Meteorological Department (IMD) data also showed that between the 1st and 15th of May, the average maximum temperature in Delhi was 36.7 degrees Celsius, lower than the usual 40 degrees Celsius. Another unexpected weather pattern was seen just 3 days before the latest rains when a massive dust storm hit the national capital region. At least 6 people were killed in different rain-related incidents across NCR on the 21st of May. On the same day, a Delhi-Srinagar flight with more than 200 flyers was hit by a violent hailstorm. The horrific video from inside the plane captured the moment when the aircraft was caught in turbulence. The pilot managed to land safely even though the aircraft's nose was damaged. The Directorate General of Civil Aviation later revealed that the Indigo flight made an emergency landing in Srinagar. This is the first time in several years that the monsoon has covered Karnataka so extensively, 2 weeks ahead of its normal time and date. Bengaluru smashed its all-time May rainfall record. As of May 27th, Bengaluru recorded its wettest May with 344.4 millimeters of rains. This surpasses the previous all-time high of 305.4 millimeters logged in May 2023, which broke a record from 1957 when the city saw 280 millimeters. The heavy rain in the city has led to severe waterlogging in key areas, with traffic snarls adding to the chaos. The sharp increase highlights a clear trend. The IT city gets more and more rain each successive May. Let's take a look. 4 have occurred in the last 10 years. 241.9 millimeters in 2017, 270.4 millimeters in 2022, 305.4 millimeters in 2023, and 307.9 millimeters in 2025. The normal average rainfall for May based on IMD climatological data from 1991 to 2020 is 128.7 millimeters, indicating that this past decade's rainfall is more than double the typical monthly average. On May 26th, the IMD confirmed arrival of the southwest monsoon in parts of Karnataka, including Bengaluru. A week before this, on the 20th of May, residents of Bengaluru were seen wading through knee-high floodwater.
The water is everywhere in the roads and the drains, so we could not attend office. You can see the condition of the office campus. The parking is full. So the government must do something for clearing the drains and all. Otherwise, we are having great hardship.
The local municipal corporation commissioner in Bengaluru said the downstream canal lacked sufficient carrying capacity and directed his team to identify a solution to prevent further clogging.
At Silk Board, what we see is that the moment the carrying capacity of the downstream canal is not enough. I will ask my team to see what is the best solution beyond this, because with this kind of rain, there is always going to be clogging. Of course, internally there are some issues of taking water, clogged drains, etc., which we will resolve.
Out of 210 flood-prone zones identified within the city, 166 places have seen mitigation measures implemented, including desilting of rains, rapid response to tree falls, and monitoring of lake levels. According to studies by the Indian Institute of Science, over the last 4 decades, the city has lost 88% of its green cover, while areas covered by concrete have increased 11-fold. And according to a study published in the Journal of Landscape Ecology, this has led to a low soaking in of rainwater, making more than 85% of Bengaluru vulnerable to flooding. The southwest monsoon hit Kerala on May 24th, 8 days before its normal onset. This marked the beginning of the 4-month-long rainy season in India. This is the earliest date of monsoon onset over Kerala after 2009, when it arrived in the state on the 23rd of May.
Today the monsoon is set in Kerala, which is 8 days before its normal date. It normally begins on June 1st, but it has started on May 24th. Monsoon rains have hit not just Kerala, but some parts of Karnataka and Tamil Nadu as well.
Heavy rains and strong winds lashed several parts of Kerala's Kannur, uprooting trees. Authorities engaged in relief and road clearing operations. The onset of an early monsoon in Kerala has provided the promise of a bumper harvest. Monsoon rains usually arrive in Kerala around the 1st of June before spreading nationwide by mid-July, allowing farmers to plant crops such as rice, corn, cotton, soybean and sugarcane. Nearly half of India's farmers depend on the annual June to September rains to grow a number of crops. Experts say the visible shift in onset of the monsoon will shift farm activities at least a week before the usual time. According to the IMD, the monsoon has covered Kerala and parts of neighbouring Tamil Nadu and Karnataka, as well as parts of the northeastern state of Mizoram. On the 25th of May, Himachal Pradesh's Rampur was gripped by chaos as a sudden cloudburst unleashed flash floods and torrential rainfall, leaving the region reeling in its aftermath. At least 5 vehicles were washed away, while 24 to 25 others were heavily damaged. A local resident said the chaos started almost out of nowhere, with water gushing from ditches and drains. People are seen running out of their homes, screaming for help.
In the early evening, it rained very heavily with a storm. water started flowing from the ditches and drains all of a sudden. Vehicles also started flowing at a very high speed. People came out of their houses and started screaming and crying. After some time, the police also came. They alerted all of us to leave your houses and go to a safe place.
In another incident, debris from nearby hills blocked a key stretch of the Hindustan-Tibet road, which is the National Highway 5 at Jhakri between Rampur and Kinnaur. Videos shared on social media captured vehicles being swept away.
I have a shop here. The cloudburst incident took place in front of me and my car got trapped in the debris. I have come here to take my car.
On May 27th, IMD officials in Shimla said light to moderate rainfall is likely across Himachal Pradesh, accompanied by thunderstorms, lightning and gusty winds until the 2nd of June. On May 28th, torrential rains and severe thunderstorms battered India's Himalayan region in Jammu and Kashmir, causing widespread destruction. In Ramban district, strong winds uprooted trees which toppled onto roads and crushed vehicles.
Last night, this area was hit by a thunderstorm and my car was parked here. I have parked my car here many times before. There was a tree right in front of the police station and due to the strong winds, it fell and brought down part of the wall with it. Unfortunately, the tree landed directly on my car, causing damage to it.
The government said India is likely to see above-average monsoon rains for the second straight year in 2025. The early arrival of the southwest monsoon is influenced by a combination of atmospheric and oceanic conditions. According to the IMD, a low-pressure area developed over the Arabian Sea, along with a trough line extending across Vidarbha region. These systems enhance moisture inflow and atmospheric convection, accelerating the monsoon's advance over the Indian subcontinent. One of the earliest signs was the monsoon's arrival over the South Andaman Sea and adjoining areas on the 13th of May, well ahead of the normal arrival there on the 21st of May. This early advance helped set the pace for a swift movement towards Kerala. El Nino Southern Oscillation or ENSO conditions were observed during the period, which typically support a normal or stronger monsoon, unlike El Nino years that often suppress rainfall over India. Another contributing factor may have been reduced snow cover over the Himalayan region, a condition that correlates with more vigorous monsoon activity. It's not all bad news, however. The advancement is expected to benefit key sectors reliant on the monsoon, such as agriculture, fisheries and livestock. The monsoon, the lifeblood of the country's $4 trillion economy, delivers nearly 70% of the rain that India needs to water farms and replenish aquifers and reservoirs.
The average rainfall for the country as a whole during June is most likely to be above normal. That is 108% of the long period average.
The monsoon remains a double-edged sword. While the timely and widespread onset of the monsoon brings hope for agricultural growth and rural income, it also comes with many challenges. Monsoon advancement can lead to intense rainfall events, especially in areas unprepared for early rains. As India continues to grapple with the impact of climate change, understanding the evolving patterns of the monsoon becomes more critical than ever.